All right, what do you got for me today? What are we doing?
Just party mix.
That's all you could come up with. Wow, great. Don't sit there. Go behind the camera.
Oh, sorry.
What up? Welcome back to another video. Today, my assistant has prepared a beautiful rendition. No. Today, my assistant has prepared a video for us. So if it sucks, blame him, not me. But what I'm going to be doing today is ranking every party mix lolly item. Now, I'm going to be giving each lolly a score out of 20 based on 4 features. Very similar to the Shape Showdown, if you didn't see that. And those 4 features are taste, quantity. I wrote it, let me check. I wrote it down last night. Taste, texture, quantity, and 3-second rule capability. Obviously, taste, we know what that is. Texture, we know what that is. Quantity is going to be how many of that lolly you get in a packet, because the less, it's like a rare item, so that gets more points. The 3-second capability is I'm going to drop each lolly on the carpet for 3 seconds and then grab it and see how much dust, particles, fragments of the carpet it picked up, because that's important to know. I'm going to count these out and split them into their groups, which you're not going to want to see. So we got, on the classic party mix side, 15 red frogs, 9 green babies, 5 orange babies, 4 green snakes, 6 strawberries and cream, 5 teeth, 5 pineapples, 3 purple snakes, 10 racing cars, 5 milk bottles, 1 orange snake, and 1 red snake. For, I'm not even kidding, a total of 69 items. Look, you can do the maths yourself. I double checked it and I was surprised. So the party mix has 81 items. The classic party mix has 69. Wow. We've already broken science, and I haven't even got into the guts of this video yet. All right, I'm sorry if one of your favorites got cut out, but this is the loadout that I'm gonna be rating and ranking today. Now, which one will I do first? Peaches. Peaches and cream, baby. Nice. Now, you actually get 2 textures in this one. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, you see, there's 2. So that gives this more points for texture, because in my opinion, when it comes to texture, the more the better. Like, that's why a sandwich is so good. You got the soft bread, the crunchy insides, the liquid condiments. Nice. I'm gonna have to give the peaches a 4 out of 5 for texture, because it is great, but these get a 5 out of 5 for taste. Absolutely immaculate. Now, for quantity, I'm gonna have to do a bit of maths. Given that there was 8 of them out of 81, that's about 10%. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll round it to 10%. So there's a 10% chance that you're gonna get one of these bad boys. So I'm gonna say, they're pretty rare in a packet, but not too rare. So once again, gonna go about a 4 for quantity. Now, for the 3-second rule. Here we go. Just gonna do this live in the studio for you. And it landed on the bottom creamy side, and there is a few fragments of carpet on there, but I don't think that it's going to impact the flavor. There's a few strands of carpet hair, but that's it. I've definitely seen worse. I'll give that a 3 actually, because there could have been none, but there was definitely a few. Next up, we're going to go to the milk bottle. Now, this is a very controversial lolly, because a lot of people hate it, but potentially I think maybe some people like it. Now, the texture is all wrong. Hate it. Hate everything about it. It's like chalky, but also rubbery, and it's just a nightmare. It's like it was an accident. They just literally just got the leftover cream from the strawberries and cream factory and made these. So this is definitely an afterthought. So I'm gonna go a 2 for texture, and I'm sorry, but another 2 for flavor. We had 13 of them in the party mix, and that's far too many for my liking. So we're gonna go a 3 for quantity. And lastly, 3-second rule. And yeah, as I suspected, due to the pretty matte texture of this lolly, there is not much. I can actually count 1, 2, 3 microfibers of carpet there, and that's it. So that's a pretty good effort. So that does save the milk bottle's overall score. I'm going to give it a 4 for the 3-second rule. Next up, it's time for a classic, the red frog or the mini red frog, because this is miniature. Correct me if I'm wrong, but not a fan. The texture, it's just a bit chewy. All right, the taste of the mini red frog is just about the most overused flavor in the confectionery aisle. Like red raspberry, it must just be the easiest to make because I'm pretty sure everything tastes like that. So for me, I'm gonna have to give the taste a 3, maybe a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 because that is not ideal. And the texture, once again, it's just a bit chewy. I think it's just Allen's, the company that made this assortment of lollies. They don't do a really good job. I just got them because they're probably the most popular for some reason. But yeah, they're just very dense, a bit too dense. You know, you want something light and fluffy, and this is not. So I'm gonna go a 2 for texture as well. Now quantity, there was 15 of these suckers, if I do so remember. 15 out of 69. Let's do the maths on that. I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure 21% of that package was filled with mini red frogs. And that is far too many red frogs, all right? It's a party mix, okay? That's a lot of red frogs for a party mix. So I'm gonna go a 1 for quantity. The 3-second rule. Oh, you know what? Not too bad, actually. It landed on the less sticky side. So that's just luck of the Irish, but yeah, about 2, 3, 4, about 4 micro strands of carpet on there. So not ideal, but not the worst case scenario. So that actually gets a 4 for the 3-second rule. Next up to probably one of the most popular for some reason. Maybe it's just only popular because it stands out from the crowd. It's the most different amongst these here, and that's the banana. Now, the texture of the banana is something in itself. As you chew it, it just dissolves, but it's a bit of a chalky / powdery kind of musky flavor. And I don't hate it. It's unique in a good way. So the texture of that gets a 4, and the flavor, obviously it's banana flavor. But the only way I'm gonna really be able to come to a conclusion here is to compare it to a real Rigididge banana. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Before I had tried the real banana, I thought this tasted like a real banana. But now that I have tried the real banana, this tastes nothing like a real banana. And I think it's a mind game. They're tricking you. They paint it yellow, they make it look like a banana and tell you it should taste like a banana. So when you eat it, you think it tastes like a banana. But it doesn't at all. It's just sugar. It's just full of sugar and yellow. So that gets a 1. Now the quantity of them, we had 11 bananas out of 81. So give or take about 8% of that package was bananas, which is, you know, not the rarest, but it is a little bit rare. So I will give that a 3.5 for quantity. I cannot see a single fragment of carpet. Clean as a whistle, that's gotta be a 5. Now there's been quite a lot of sugar consumed this far that I need to kind of freshen up. And just right off the bat, these get a bonus 2 points added on just for the fun of it. No other lolly in any other packet is as fun as the teeth. To be able to do this with the lolly is exquisite. The flavor and texture of the teeth is really one of my favorites. That minty fresh flavor just gives you a hit that you just need sometimes. The texture as well, nice and soft. A lot softer than the milk bottles, and really just easy to chew. So I'm gonna have to go a double 5 there. 5 for flavor and 5 for texture. Now quantity. This was a kind of rare item. We only had 5 teeth out of 69, and I can't be bothered doing the maths on that, but according to, you know, my noggin, I'm pretty sure that's a rare item. Obviously, it's no red snake. We only had 1 of them in this package, but it is pretty rare, so I'm gonna go a 4 for that. And moving along to the 3-second rule. Oh God, that has performed well. I'm not even kidding, guys. There's 1 fragment of hair. There is 1 fragment of hair on these teeth. I'm gonna have to go and give that a 4 for the 3-second rule. Next up, we're gonna move to the baby. Now, I have selected the purple babies, but this classifies to all of the babies. Although the color changes the flavor, we're just gonna go off of these bad boys. The purple flavor must be like black currant or something, and it's not great. Yeah, and the texture, once again, it's just a bit dense. Like, it's just not as pleasant to chew through. So I'm gonna go a 3 for flavor and a 2 for texture. Now for the quantity, although there was only 6 purple babies, in total for all the babies, there was about 12. So, you know, surprisingly low considering they could have packed a lot more in there given the different colors. So considering the circumstances, I'll say that's actually pretty rare quantity. And I'm gonna go and give them a 4 for quantity. Now, the 3-second rule, the crowd favorite. I already know by now, you watching this is your favorite part. So this has actually picked up a fragment of some kind of crumb. Yeah, and I can see 2, 4, 6, 7. I can see a lot. There's a lot of carpet microfibers on here, almost enough to make an entire rug. So the 3-second rule unfortunately gets a 2. That is not great. It didn't pick up the whole carpet. It's not, you know, it wasn't a vacuum cleaner down there, but it got a lot of gunk on there. All right, from one classic to another, the snakes. Now, ironically, the classic package of snakes and the normal package, I can't remember which was which, but they were both different. They're completely different snakes. This one's longer and skinnier. They got different patterns, so I don't know what that means, but the snake in general is a great lolly because you can just do this. Like, it's just a fun one. You bite it, pull it off, and you got a lasso or something. But to my surprise, the snakes have performed really well. For flavor, I'm gonna go a 4, and texture was very good. The fact that you can kind of stretch it out as you eat it, kind of, I don't know, it kind of tenderizes the thing. And yeah, that's a 4 for flavor, and I'm gonna go out and say that was a 5 for texture. That was really pleasant. Now, quantity, very rare. We only had 1 purple snake in that package and 1 red snake in the other one. So for such a popular item, very rare. So it must be very good because, you know, that's how things work. The rarer, the better. Unfortunately, they give you a freaking small village worth of red frogs, even though they suck, and they only chuck 2 snakes in there. So that's a 5 for rarity, quantity, 5 for quantity. And then the 3-second rule. Now, unfortunately, I have played with both of these snakes. I bit the heads off and I've stretched, so there could be a bit extra picked up here, and the whole side of this puppy is coated. So this is not a good snake to drop. That's a 2 for the 3-second compatibility. All right, now we're gonna go to the strawberries and cream, and surprisingly, there were a lot in this packet. Back in the day, I thought these were a lot rarer than they are, but let's jump in. Obviously, as expected, not a bad lolly. It was a bit tough, a little bit tough. The contrast between the red and the white textures are kind of battling in your mouth, but that makes it a bit adventurous, a bit fun. The flavor, can't go past the flavor. Strawberries and cream is an iconic flavor. So there, we're gonna go a 4 for flavor, and what about, I don't know, a 3 for texture. It was all right, but it was a little bit tough. The red was a bit tough compared to the white, and not as soft as a peach. Now, quantity, I'm not even gonna bother doing the maths here. There's a lot more strawberries and creams than I would have expected, so that knocks it down to a 2 for quantity. Not a very rare item. The drop test, oh God, there's a lot on there. I don't know how. The divots in the strawberry seeds creates a nice little pocket for those microfibers just to cling to. I can't even count. I cannot even count how many there are. There's a lot. I'm gonna give that a 1 for the 3-second compatibility. But we've got 2 left. 2 lone lollies left in the bag. And black cats. I normally don't hate licorice, but this does not do licorice justice. That is not good. The texture wasn't bad. So unfortunately, I'm gonna go a 2 for flavor and a 4 for texture. There was only 5 in the packet, so that's not bad, rare item. So we'll go a 4 for quantity. And the drop test, yeah, that's picked up a bit. Let's give it a 2. But now, thank the Lord, we move on to the final item. I don't know if you can tell I'm getting a bit jet lagged here. Haven't taken a plane, just a lot of lollies. I'm glad I cut a few out, because if I did all of them, I would be going crazy by now. The pineapple. Now, I've left this to last intentionally because from my memory as a youngster, these were the go-to. These were the ones I would fish out. You know, the peach and cream, they were kind of a new generation thing. But the pineapple, I'm pretty sure they've been there since the day one, and they are a fantastic treat. That tropical flavor is nice and refreshing, but it is a bit rich. So I'm gonna have to go a 4 for flavor, not a perfect 5. Once again, the two-tone texture, but it does it justice because they work better together. Big contrast over here, but here they almost work as one. So 5 for texture. Quantity, we only had, once again, 5 in the whole packet. So that's pretty rare. I'm gonna have to go say that's one of the rarest items that we had today. And give that a 5 out of 5. Yeah, there's a couple dust particles. I'm not sure if we've just already picked up all the fibers there could be to get picked up down there from all these lollies, but that has performed pretty well. But I'm gonna go and say that's a 3 for the 3-second rule. And that brings this, whatever this is, to a conclusion. Thank the Lord. Bless up. I just need some refreshing, real food. Also, how can they get away with saying no artificial colors? Are you kidding me? That's the most artificial thing I've ever seen. In last place, with a score of 9.5 out of 20, was the Red Frogs. The worst lolly in existence. I hate them. I wish they will get discontinued. Shortly after that, with a score of 10 out of 20, was the Strawberries and Cream. You would have thought they could do well, but there's just too many of them, and they've just kind of lost their magic over the years. After that, tying on 11 out of 20 each, was the Milk Bottles and the Babies. I've got nothing more to say about them. Then we had the Black Cats with 12 out of 20. Surprisingly, you would think these would be dead bottom, but they've climbed up the ranks. Next up, we had the Bananas at 13.5 out of 20. Not a bad lolly, you know, they do all right. Then, tied on 16 out of 20, we had the Peaches and the Snakes. And the grand finale, the winner of the lolly challenge. I don't know, there's no winner. This is it. They don't win. But 20 out of 20 for the teeth and 17 out of 20 for the pineapples. There you have it, folks. That is it. I hope that was of some enjoyment, help, potentially, who knows. But don't eat lollies. They're not good for you. We've been going for 55 minutes. So this might be a bit of a longer one than usual. So thanks for watching until the end. Smash like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.